What's up guys, my name is Ace, and yesterday we got quite a bit of information on Season 2 for Modern Warfare. Some of this was accidentally, or I don't know if it's actually an accident, but it was kind of leaked on the Call of Duty website and it was taken down quickly after. But we've got those images to share here, including 2 new weapons, and on top of that, my little Snapchat card that I got last year from Activision, that has been updated and it shows off Rust. So let's start going through this. Let's start it off with the Snapchat card. For those of you guys that follow other YouTubers or follow me on Twitter, you probably have already seen this, but this Snapchat card is clearly showing that Rust is making a return within Season 2. Now, this isn't much of a surprise. I think a lot of people have expected Rust. There was a little bit of a teaser earlier in the week that looked like it was probably going to be Rust coming back, and this now completely confirms that. And if I had to guess, it will almost definitely be both a gunfight map as well as a 6v6 map within this game, just like they did with Shipment. Now, as for my thoughts on this, I think the game's getting a little bit overboard with these super small 6v6 maps. I really am craving some more like medium-sized 6v6 maps. And while Rust is a little bit more controlled than Shipment at least, it's still one of those just absolute chaos kind of maps. And I don't expect the spawns to be great. I don't expect there to be much in the way of like map control or like any sort of big picture thinking. And maps like that just get really old for me. Now, as for this map being a gunfight, I think it could be a nice gunfight map, because that is one thing I like about Rust from the past, is you kind of fight over the high ground in the middle area there, and I think that dynamic would work quite well within gunfight, and that's not something that we typically see within gunfight. So as far as that goes, I'm looking forward to Rust, but for 6v6, not so much. So that's the first part. The next thing is a bunch of images that went live on the Call of Duty website yesterday for a brief amount of time before they were quickly taken down. So I don't think they were supposed to go live so early, or maybe they did it on purpose to build a little bit of hype. But let's go through these. The first one is Ghost is coming as a new operator, and this is something that was also teased earlier in the week. Nothing surprising here. And that's what Ghost is going to look like in this, which I think it's a little bit polarizing. I've seen a lot of people say that they really like the new looks of Ghost, other people saying they really don't like it. Personally, I do hope there will be an operator skin that is the actual original Ghost from Modern Warfare 2, because I would much rather have that than this particular Ghost skin. Next up on these images, there will be new weapon blueprints, which again, not a surprise at all. They do show off a Mark II blueprint that's going to be coming right here. Also, a little bit of information on the Battle Pass, not a whole lot here. It's going to be 1,000 COD points. I believe the last one was 1,000 COD points as well. And it does show off an AUG blueprint that you can get there on the right-hand side, and a bunch of other things included with the 2,400 COD point bundle. Speaking of the Battle Pass, there's another image that shows off over 80 additional items you get with the Battle Pass. And you can see once again, it looks like COD points will be making a return within the Battle Pass, which is great, and I hope that continues with all of the Battle Passes this year. That way, if you buy the first Battle Pass, as long as you're playing through and completing all those tiers, the next one is going to be paid for. On top of that, we also see a little sneak peek at some of the skins we're going to be seeing for a few of the operators throughout this season. And finally, we have the 2 new weapons that we can expect to see with the beginning of this season at least. And this is the Grau 556 as well as the Striker 45. Now for the first one, the Grau 556, the closest real-life counterpart to that appears to be the SIG 552. It is slightly different in a few areas, but that's the closest thing I could find to that. And then with the Striker 45, at first glance, this looks like a UMP 45, although it actually looks a little bit closer to the LWRC SMG 45, which is very similar anyways. In either case, really cool looking SMG. So it looks like that's what we're going to be seeing for the 2 weapons that come in the Battle Pass at the beginning of Season 2. And while I am excited for a new SMG and assault rifle, I can't help but think that we still only have like 3 sniper rifles in the game, and we've only ever had 3. So I was kind of hoping they would add another sniper rifle just to fill things out a little bit more, because we've got lots of assault rifles and lots of SMGs. But at the same time, I do see myself playing with an assault rifle or an SMG a lot more than I would with a sniper rifle, so I am still perfectly content seeing a new assault rifle and SMG. So those are the 2 new weapons we can expect to see right at the beginning of Season 2. However, that doesn't necessarily rule out the potential for more guns in the future throughout the season. I do hope we see some more like one-off guns, kind of like we saw with the crossbow, as the season goes on. Now, before we wrap this video up, there's actually one more important thing that was also temporarily live on the Call of Duty website and then taken down pretty quickly. And this is a really short video clip, and in this video clip, at the beginning, you do see a little bit of rust. Also, throughout this video clip, you see the new assault rifle in action, or at least in Ghost's hands. However, more importantly, toward the end of this clip, we see people on an ATV, which implies that this is likely a ground war map. And if you take a really close look at this, it looks like this might be set on the scrapyard part of the overall Spec Ops or rumored Battle Royale map. Now, this can actually be seen on the leaked overall Battle Royale map on this section right here, and this looks like it will likely be a ground war map. It's got the size of a ground war map. You can see Scrapyard is kind of right in the middle there as well. So I think that's likely what we're going to be seeing as our ground war map, and you can also see this as you're parachuting in one of these Spec Ops maps in Paladin. You can see that looks like the ground war map we will likely be seeing within this season, and I am really looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be a lot more of a close quarters type map, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. I feel like Port of Verdansk is just too open and not enough cover to get from point to point, and therefore it's just a bunch of people sitting on buildings or the overpass sniping at each other. And that gets kind of boring to me. I prefer the more run and gun style, and I think this ground war map is going to offer that for me. So I'm really genuinely looking forward to this, and I hope I'm right on this. I hope this will be our next ground war map. And also, this could be a hint that throughout this season, we will be seeing Scrapyard as a 6v6 map returning. It has been rumored to be in the game files, and it is part of this overall map. And therefore, I do think it's very likely that it's coming at some point to this game, so why not with Season 2? But with that, that pretty much covers everything I wanted to share in today's video. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on all of this? What do you guys think about a new assault rifle and SMG coming to the game? What do you think about Rust as either a gunfight map or a 6v6 map? And finally, what are your thoughts on the potential for this Scrapyard area being the next ground war map that we get? Just let me know all of those thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.